It's Cash Color Camp is a high level of conversation, and this episode is brought to you by our delivery buds over at Canago. Order from local shops to get the best THC-free CBD consumables, Delta 8, non-medicated skincare products, cosmetics, essential oils, smoking products, and more right to your doorstep. In partnership with Canago, this month all listeners of the show can receive $10 off their first order. Just use promo code CashColor10 at checkout. So download their app on iOS and head to their website, trycanago.com, and see what they have for you. Let's be buds. Also, I just realized we don't have a whole lot of lighters around here. Like that, Cash Color Camp is lighters. We need to start dropping those around here. Like, how do we not have lighters? So, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mehka's Cash Color Campus podcast. Tonight, I don't have a guest. Tonight, I'm my own guest, but it's primarily because I want to come in and just kind of chop up with y'all because I'm gonna be out of studio next 2 weeks. You know, next week I'm gonna be in Miami for Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference. Gonna be out there for 2 days, and then the following week I'm going to DC for lobby days, and I'm looking forward to that. I get to step foot on the state capitol. Hopefully, it's no insurrection. I just saw Trump got arrested today, so I don't want y'all to be rabble rousing and throwing some razzle dazzle around when the kid get into the city, man. But I'm gonna be gone for the next two episodes, so I just kind of want to brief y'all on some of the things that's going on in cannabis and in Cash Color Cannabis, and and that's about that. First question, first thing I'm gonna tell y'all is, Benzinga conference is next week. So I'll be in Miami myself, April 11th through the 12th. It's gonna be live. Join us live in Miami at the Fountain Blue Miami Beach from 11 to the 12th for the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference. Also live while we're down there, aside from all the amazing networking panels and everything else that's be going on, you'll be able to get your hands on issue number 2 of Cash Color Cannabis magazine. We're gonna have a select amount of issues down there, so when you see us down there, just grab one. If you see one, grab one, and you see me, make sure you get a pic. Make sure you get me to sign off on it. But it's gonna be a dope event, man. So come on down. You're gonna meet some of the biggest cannabis industry players, and you're gonna meet some of the people who actually make the deals, who push the industry forward. I'm looking forward to meeting some of them folks because I need some more advertisers. But it's gonna be up. I can't wait to go. It's gonna be a fun time, and it's gonna be my first time in Miami, and I know that's been like a running joke amongst my crew because apparently me being black and not going to Miami is a thing. But I've never been to Miami. It's my first time. I don't even know what to expect. Like, Herb, you're a Miami veteran. Like, what should I expect in Miami? Sun. A lot of sun. Anywhere you want me to go, you think I should tap in while I'm down there for a couple of days? Yeah, South Beach is a normal one. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Yeah, I ain't gonna be dressed for South Beach. I'm gonna be a buck with y'all. I'm dressing like a whole bum down there, man. I have no money. Yeah. One joint, I know Gas House got a store down there, so I'm gonna try to see if I can stop through and yeah, I think they got a spot down there, so I'm gonna try to stop in and chop up. But there's a lot of stuff. I just can't wait to go because it's my first time going to Miami and my first time going to this conference. So I look forward to all the fun that's gonna be had next week in Miami. And then, like I said, the following week I will be in Washington D.C. for Lobby Days. Lobby Days is the day they open up the doors and let people kind of vibe in and actually talk to some of the people who will actually run the country because representatives, senators, they the ones who actually make the real decisions up here. So I get a chance to meet some of them, and I can't wait to get in their faces. It's also going to be part of a bigger thing I do for Cash Color Cannabis, where we bring some lobbyists into a higher level of conversation, and bring some of the politicians and get their feelings on cannabis and a whole lot more. So stay tuned, pay attention to everything that we are going to be dropping. Most of the pictures, videos, you're going to be seeing them online on our Instagram page first, but eventually they're going to make it to the pages of the magazine and possibly the website too. So stay tuned. One of the biggest stories I saw that came down my timeline this weekend, the NBA and cannabis, man. If you don't know, the National Basketball League was currently in negotiations on a new collective bargaining agreement. So aside from number of games, team caps, and player salaries, one of the things that was on the table this round was cannabis. Per the tentative CBA, players will no longer have to be tested for cannabis use. I know somewhere J.R. Smith is cheering his ass off. Him, O.J. Mayo, Tyreek Evans, they like, yo, let us back in. Like, it's our time now. But that's a big win for the players as far as I'm concerned. That's a major win for the players as far as really taking some real control and some ownership over what they can and can't do. That's not going to necessarily be a performance enhancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like steroids. We ain't dealing with some of the harder drugs that's been going on. So I think it's dope. And I think it's actually a big move for the NBA because I know since the late 70s, the NBA has tried to curb any drug use amongst players. Like, this late 70s, early 80s of the NBA was wild, wild west when it came to drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lost a lot of good players because they couldn't get that white stuff out their face. So yeah, back in the late 70s, early 80s, the NBA made it a thing to curb drug use. So seeing them loosen countries across the country and states across the country are loosening cannabis laws, it was only fair that players would ask to stop being subjected to testing. Especially like use Denver for example. How the Denver Nuggets in a state that has been legal that legalized first can't partake? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Joker do on his free time. What if Joker want to light a blunt? You know what I mean? Like, what if Jamal Murray? Feel me? What if Coach wants to? Why are we testing these folks for that? Makes no sense, man. I'll be a buck with you. If you get caught for a drug test in NBA or NFL, then you a dummy anyway, because they give you a whole heads up it's about to happen. So you know what I mean? Like you should have never failed that test anyway, but now you don't have to worry about it. So congratulations to that. The dope part too about that deal is that it also allegedly is going to allow players. I say allegedly because I know that I need to see the final print. This is all the tentative deal, but allegedly they're going to allow players to also invest in cannabis brands. Now that's a whole nother game changer. That's a whole nother game changer because you already know players smoke. So at this point, now you're telling them that they could take their money and invest in brands. You talk about changing the scope of black money, changing the black business. You for real. I know there's some players right now who already had in line who they wanted to work with. Like Cookies is already rolling out a J.R. Smith line, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? At this point, like the wheels have already started moving. So. Maybe, but yeah, he ain't in the league. He still need to be the face of this though. That and Hennessy, and J.R. Smith, that and Hennessy. But I thought that part alone was the part that really jumped out to me. I thought testing was a no-brainer. Y'all should have been stopped doing that. But the fact that you're allowing current NBA players, you know what I'm saying, after you get your check. Imagine John Morant investing in what's the joint that Moneybag Yo got the gumbo. Imagine him saying, "Yo, I got about 10 million for y'all." Now y'all in line with MS. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting MSO money now. Like it could be that level in the next couple of months that you about to see. Like some really crazy deals come down the pipeline. So I'm looking forward to it. Somebody tell the Hawks that Cash Color Cannabis is down the street. Hey, Trey Young, one of y'all, we was just talking about Jalen Collins. Man, hey, bro, all y'all new cats, y'all knew the money. Drop some money on Cash Color Cannabis. Yeah, we don't need that much, man. Y'all don't need that much. Trust me. And this NBA isn't the first. The NBA, the Major League Baseball has allowed players since last year to use and promote CBD products. Now they haven't gone as far as going THC, but they allow their players to use and promote CBD products. So the NBA is kind of following line in a way with what MLB is doing. So shout out to them. If you remember, the league actually temporarily suspended cannabis testing during the NBA bubble season. I'm pretty sure they figured it's been COVID. Y'all been sitting at home for months. You got money and time. Somebody smoking and everybody failing. So they was like, we're just going to temporarily halt this during the bubble season. But even during then, Adam Silver teased that he'd be open to extending the ban and making it permanent. So I guess he's a man about his word. If anything that you see coming down the collective bargaining agreement, I don't know if there's going to be less games. I don't know how much more money the teams are going to be allotted to spend on players. But I do know for a fact they ain't testing y'all for weed. And if y'all want to, y'all can spend some of y'all money and invest in a weed brand. And I think that's super, super, super lit. This doesn't have nothing to do with weed, but it's also part of my personal just a like. Do y'all know the WWE got sold? Massive deal, massive deal. Yeah, man, WWE sold. It's the WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment. Well, World Wrestling Entertainment. I've always known it as WWF. Growing up as a youngin in these streets, I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, and I haven't stopped. And aside from basketball, it's one of the few things that I feel like when it's done right, and I mean for real, when it's done right, it's almost like watching poetry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally when you watch a good wrestling match, it's like perfect, man. But after 70 years of being a family-owned business, the WWE has now sold their majority of their company to Endeavor Group Holdings, and that happened this past Monday. For those unfamiliar, Endeavor Group owns UFC. So now they're not even trying to, they're about to. They're moving UFC and WWE under the same umbrella. So, Dana's still going to be president of UFC. Nick Khan is going to be president of WWE. I know Vince McMahon still has a role in that. But yeah, that's a deal. That's a deal. So Endeavor, they're merging and they're going to form what is a $21 billion global live sports entertainment company, they say. The transaction itself, UFC was valued at 12 billion. WWE had a valuation of 9 billion. So from now on, Endeavor will have 51% controlling interest, with the remaining 49% spread across WWE shareholders. Now, crazy story: Vince McMahon himself personally owned 38% of WWE. That man made 3.5 billion on Monday. 3.5 billion on a Monday, bro. Comcast, Fox, Disney, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Netflix, even Amazon, and Liberty Media, and the Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. All these companies were trying to buy WWE. WWE is a hot property apparently. All these companies was willing to throw billions and billions of dollars to say we own percentages of this. But I want to say congratulations, man. I wish I was a billionaire. Hopefully, one of these NBA players put some money up on Cash Color Cannabis, and we start turning into that $1 billion. We start turning into that $1 billion entity. I can't wait for that moment, man. So I think that's dope, man. But the story that still to this moment stands out to me the most is about the NBA. And I was going to chime in with Herb about that because Herb, you're an NBA player. You're also a consumer. I mean, NBA player. My fault. You is not an NBA player. You an NBA. Herb can hoop, but he ain't a pro. But I know you a fan, and you a fan of weed, man. How you feel when you heard that? You use a lie, nigga. But I tell you what, ain't nobody scared of Chalmers. No, I'm just like, bro, you ain't beating her. Nigga, how high are you right now? Nah, bro. I don't want to see you play her and she hit you with the Cena. She hit you with the Cena. She hit you with the Cena. Y'all gotta know her to know why this is ridiculous. Yeah, but I reiterate, but Herb, I reiterate, ain't nobody scared of Chalmers. Now I'm with Cam. Maybe if I can get in shape in 30 days, I can also get on the court with Mario Chalmers. I ain't winning at all. I'm not Cam. I'm not saying I'm gonna beat you, but I can get on the court. Give me about 30 days too, though. Yo, speaking of that, I love the fact that Cam and Mace are doing a sports show right now, bro. Bro, I'm literally watching these dudes go. I know for a fact they smoking before the show. I know for the fact. Have you seen the suits they wear too? It's like, bro, y'all ain't got no stylist. Like, y'all really walking out here looking like Steve Harvey. It don't match. Bro, the only thing that's crazy to me though, for real, is how good it actually turned out to be. Like, I was really not expecting anything from Cam and Mace talking sports, but they actually pretty good at it. And Mario Chalmers, please don't take me up on that deal. I'm not feeling like getting in basketball shape. I'm not going to do it in 30 days. It's not happening. I don't know how Cam going to do it, but apparently Cam made a challenge. I think Mario Chalmers took it up. Bro, put that on live. I want to see. Cam is out of his mind to think that. I don't care how long Mario Chalmers hasn't played in the league. A professional basketball player is a different level of I know how to play ball. Way different level. This dude's buried on the bench right now. Nah, bro, he's in the league for a reason. I don't want to hear about nepotism, nothing else. Bro, you in this league for a reason. Like, there's only a handful of people who can make this cut, and you made it. I'm pretty sure that dude could beat me. You know what I'm saying? With no. Well, oh, McClung. Oh, he'll wash me. Oh, he'll wash me. Summer league, we see it every summer. Like, you see bench warmers come off the court. Yeah, it just hung a 50 piece. I hung a 50 piece on you and walk back to the G League. You feel me? Like, it's a different animal, man. But yeah, going back to Cam and Mace, shout out to Cam and Mace, bro. I definitely applaud what y'all are doing. I think it's super dope. You're one of the few celebrity kind of face shows that I feel like is worthwhile watching. You know, I've said it before. I'm not a big fan of watching celebrities do interviews with anybody. But Cam and them, they doing their thing. So salute them. I want them to get better tailors though, man. Them suits is terrible, bro. Cam know better too. Come on, man. You gave us swag. Out here with them Steve Harvey big ass suits on, man. But that's about it. That's what I got for y'all tonight, man. I just want to give y'all a heads up again. I'm not going to be here in the next 2 weeks. I will be back for 420. I'll be running around the city. But 425, 100% put that on your calendar because we're going to be doing Cash Color Cannabis Magazine issue number 2 magazine release. We're going to be at the Holistic Connection, which is down the street from the studio here. And shout out to my man Kyle for extending that hospitality. So it's gonna be dope. You know, we're gonna curate a little cool little event. Definitely DJ's gonna be involved. Definitely vendors gonna be involved. I heard Canago gonna be setting up setting up shop out there. And we're gonna do an exclusive episode of Cash Color Campus podcast with a special guest that night. So make sure y'all put that on your calendar. Get ready to see the Eventbrite. If you don't already subscribe to our email list, make sure you subscribe now so you can make sure that you get an invite. And make sure you follow us on all socials. Cash Color Campus. Just search us out. It's Cash Color Campus, a high level of conversation on live hiphopdaily.tv. And this episode has been sponsored by Canago. Tell me you got your shit.